What's up, guys? How we doing?
How we doing, Tim?
You can say hello.
Tim, when you were going through that hot month of June, did you get a sense that this was building towards an All-Star appearance?
No, sir, not really. That was never a thought process for me. I think for me, my thought process was all the things that I've just been working on and really trying to be able to make some tweaks and some changes to really be able to lock in those fundamentals and just try to improve and continue to stay focused on the process that I have, since I started this endeavor.
What were the changes you made in order to get on that hot streak?
Well, it's just little things at the plate. It's just hand positions, relaxing, getting your front foot down, different things in the game that I don't need to be too specific with, because we don't want to give it away to pitchers. But yeah, it's just different fundamentals that have really been able to help me as well. Plus, just seeing more pitches and being able to work on my game plan of going up to the plate.
But then, was it surprising? Were you surprised when you found out you were going to be an All-Star?
I think it was a great honor, and it was something that I really appreciated, and appreciate being here with all of these great players. And so it's definitely something that I'm thankful for, and definitely means a lot. And I'll really, take this in as a great honor.
Tim, now that you're in the starting lineup, how excited are you to take the field tonight?
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be. I was just sitting down with Coach Bell and talking with him, and he's a great coach, and I know it'll be fun to be our manager tonight. And we've had some good games against him throughout the season, and yeah, it'll be fun to compete with all the rest of these guys.
You developed quite the relationship with Tommy the Bat Boy. How excited were you to see him again?
Yeah, it's great. Tommy's awesome, and yeah, he's so cool. And good thing today I didn't have to talk him into being on our side, because when we were in the way side, I had to talk him into being our bat boy. Now he's just our bat boy the whole game, so we're good.
Your back's feeling great today?
All good.
How much of a role did your faith play in the transition from football to baseball?
I think my faith plays a role in everything that I do in life. It's just it's the backbone of who I am and whose I am and what I believe, and I take that into everything that I do.
What was the biggest difference you made in your training from becoming a football player to trying to become a professional baseball player?
That's a really good question. I think for me, there were so many changes in training and philosophies and sleep and nutrition, supplementation, everything. And I think even last year, being my first year into baseball, I still didn't really know how my body was adjusting every day to playing every day for 150 games in a row versus trying to get ready for 16 Sundays and really peaking just for the fall. So this year, kind of heading into it, I think I prepared a lot better and have a better, my body's adjusted to kind of not as much highs and lows, but a little bit more kind of steady throughout.
Now with your long list of accolades being the national championship, professional player, where do you put this All-Star game in your list of accolades?
Well, I think it's definitely an honor, and it means a lot, and I think it would be a lot of fun to be able to be out here with so many guys I competed with this year. But I think at the same time, I never want to get too high or too low with anything that happens. This is this is a great honor, and it means a lot, but we'll still have to get ready for a series against Akron starting tomorrow. And I know that they'll be throwing a lot of good pitches against us. So.
Tim, your mom says you're ready for the majors. Do you think you are? And
that was my mom trying to be sweet, getting caught off guard by TMZ at the airport.
Well, do you think you're ready for the
I guess
majors?
if that's sophisticated journalism, then sure.
But she's just trying to be sweet. And the good thing is, my parents will always believe in me, no matter what. And I love that. And whether it's my dad across the world in the Philippines right now or a mom getting caught off guard at the airport, they will always believe in me. So.
What would it mean to you, though, if you got the call to Flushing?
I think for me, it's just I can't worry about any of that. I have to stay focused on the process and not the maybes, not the hypothetical, not the what ifs. It's just not. I don't think that's a place that an athlete can live. I don't think you can let your mind go into places like that. I think you have to be so focused on each day and every day and the process that you have to do to go and get better. Because I know as a baseball player, I have a lot of room to grow, and I think that I'm getting better every day, every series, and I know I'm not even close to where I want to be.
Was that your goal when you first? Sandy Robertson obviously was one of your biggest supporters. Obviously, he's not there now. Do you think that has any impact on your
I'm not saying that's. I can't say. It's hard for me to be able to. I just know with Sandy that I'm praying for him, and I know a lot of people are, and I just wish him a speedy recovery and the best with his health, because some things are more important than baseball.
Tim, in this world of specialization for kids in sports, what would you say to parents who want to specialize their kids as opposed to diversify?
I can't stand it. I love that you just asked me that question. I can't stand it. I think that kids need to, if they want to play as many sports as possible all the time, have fun. Don't specialize in something, because it's more important to learn how to compete, how to win, how to lose, how to drive, how to push yourself, than it is to be able to turn 2 at 10 years old. Like, learn the fundamentals of sports more so than the skills that you just need with sports, because there's time that you can learn that. But a lot of kids they'll get burnt out because they play 150 baseball games and they don't do anything else, and so they lose that love and that passion rather than being able to learn how to compete. And I loved it for me when I was going from football to basketball to baseball, that other kids might have had a jump in a certain area, but I had a jump because I learned how to adapt back into football season, then adapt into basketball season, and adapt when I picked up a bat again. And I think that's such a big part of being an athlete, and learning how to adjust, and also having your body learn to compete and have different motor patterns and movements, where you learn to be more of an athlete first than you do just skilled at 10, 11, 12 years of age.
Right there.
Yeah, when you went assessment of this year a few weeks ago with you, he mentioned that he was really impressed with your progress as a hitter, and that he'd been working with the hitting coach over the offseason. Can you tell us who that was and what you guys worked on?
I worked with several different coaches that were very helpful with me, and Cespedes was there sometimes as well. And shoot, I got to be honest, I picked Cespedes' brain a lot as well. And every morning in spring training when he would get up and go to the cage, I didn't want to bother him, but yeah, I was kind of right behind him a lot of times too. And a lot of drills that he would do, I would pick up and try to do them, and not all necessarily fits because we're all different, but I would watch a lot of what he does. And when we'd be in the outfield shagging, we would talk a lot about hitting as well, so I would say that I've learned a lot from him.
Tim, you've been a role model different because you're here alone. The other players are going to be out a little later. It's understandable with everything you've accomplished. How important is it, though, for you to be one of the guys, a regular guy, like taking a 6-hour bus ride from Portland, Maine to Binghamton?
Yeah, I don't think it was 6. I think that was like 8. I wish it was 6. I think it's really important, as much as I can, do that and be with the rest of the guys and hang out, but I think that's more of a personal relationship with me and them, of them knowing me and my heart and working with them and going to the cages and training than necessarily the outside world, because there's going to be so much of what people say and what they don't say, and I just think that's the personal relationship of them knowing, earning their respect with showing up every day and going to work first and foremost.
Tim, given how long you're in baseball, has this first year and a half gone better than you expected it might?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to expect, hard to know what to expect. I think, obviously you wish there probably weren't as many highs and lows, but there were, a lot of things that I've learned, and some learned the hard way, and, some felt good about, but I think it's been a process that I've enjoyed the whole time.
Tim, you've been a role model and just so resilient through everything since your time at Florida. Do you have any words of inspirations for high school athletes in New Jersey and just in general in terms of just pursuing your dreams?
Yeah. Well, not to put me on the spot at all. I would say if you have a dream, if you're passionate about something, then don't be afraid to go and live that out. And there will always be naysayers and people that want to bring you down, but let your passion speak louder than the critics will ever speak. And listen to your heart and let that be something that you pursue, because in life the greatest thing you're going to regret is not failing. It's going to be not trying. And so if you're going to let your life be dictated by what other people say, I don't think you'll ever truly be at peace. But if you're going to let your life be dictated by what's on your heart, by what you believe God put there, then I do believe you'll be at peace regardless if you make it or not.
Tim, are you noticing a change in the way pitchers approach you and AA as compared to maybe in some of the lower levels?
Some of the time, yeah, and I think also from series to series. I was talking to one of the pitchers actually on the bus on the way here, who we faced a couple weeks ago, and I want to know, so I asked him, hey, what was your playing against me? And he was saying, at first I was trying to get you away with my slider away, and you got a hit against that, so then I was working on trying to come in. He's a lefty, and so working on trying to have my two seam come into you to jam you, and he got, and you know, I fouled 2 off, but fouled him into my own feet, and then he got me with it. And so it's that game of being able to adjust. And so yeah, and I also talked to a lot of these guys about it as well.
Is that the biggest adjustment you've faced, that you've noticed, going up to AA from the lower levels?
It is the pitcher's adjustments?
Yeah.
Probably.
You've had to,
yeah, probably. Because they can control it better and, you know where it's going better. And there are a lot of great arms in the lower levels, and probably more velo you face in high A than you do here. But in here you face so many guys that know where it's going and can truly pitch, and you're on the verge of pitching the bigs, and we faced a lot of guys that are already pitching there.
Tim, going back to the transition from football to baseball, do you see yourself kind of still doing the same arm routines and same workouts that you did as a football player?
No.
Now it's completely different.
I think there's still certain things that you do that make you feel comfortable, that you really like, that are those staples, but there's so much that has changed. I think there's so much of my body that has changed, adapted, mobility, flexibility, rotation, so many things that I've tried to improve for the sport of baseball.
Tim, what has been the most challenging thing in your second pro season?
The most challenging thing? Probably adapting to from game to game, series to series with the pitchers and how much they change. And you'll see there might be a team that throws you a certain way, and then that either works and they stay on it, or it's not working and they adjust, and then you have to adjust.
When you started putting up those numbers, did you get a sense of confirmation, like finally the numbers are showing what I knew I could do or believe?
It definitely feels good, but at the same time, you just got to stick with your process and knowing that, I got to keep getting better every day.
What are you working on right now?
A lot.
We have time for 2 more.
Tim, what would you say to someone who might question your all-star credentials?
I wouldn't say anything. I don't have to. It's not my place, and I've never really been someone to say something to any of my critics ever.
Have you given up on football?
Do what?
Have you given up on football completely?
I'm so focused on baseball. This is my sport. This is what I love doing, and I'm very thankful for that.
You talk about focusing on the short term and not really thinking about the big leagues. I guess, what is the balance between short term and long term goals? And going into this, do you have to have still that big?
Totally, you have to have the long term goal, but that can't be an everyday thought process. That can't be something that you think about, because it's just, you have to focus on this day and what can I do, how can I improve, what can I do to get better, what can I do in the cage, soft toss, training, long toss, whatever it is, that has to be your focus to truly improve. I think there's a lot of people that focus on the one day, but I want to be someone that focuses on this day.
Okay, thanks guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Tim.
God bless.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.